Hey all, back for another one with Halls of Torment. Recorded a couple of videos this morning for this one, and first got interrupted by a phone call, and then got interrupted by an email, and so now we're doing a third one. It wasn't a very good run, anyway. We're trying to do a Warlock run, specifically for a couple of the challenges that I haven't got for him yet. So we will probably restart the run until we get a golem. I hate having to do that, but it's probably the play. We're going to try and survive 5 minutes with that much life or less. But this is the thing. I think these two aren't very synergistic, because to get that low of life, you need to spec into main hand traits. Which I'll do, but I don't know if I'll be able to make the run work for both these in the same run. So we'll try it, but this is, I guess, a higher priority, because that gives you a trait, whereas this one's just for gold, but both of them give XP bonus, which I need to be able to eventually get the level 100 ones, so it all ties together. But, and then also I don't know if this one's bugged or not, because I've definitely done Warlock runs in the past, and I doubt I've managed to avoid taking any damage at all. So I don't know what's happening with that one. But I'm sure someone's mentioned it by now. So we'll jump into the run. I've got Skelly gear set on. Maybe I will try the imps in place of the Skellies for the hell of it. I also would consider... the rats. 10 random enemies. Yeah, rats I think are pretty strong, but we'll do this for now. The imps are like trash compared to skellies, but there's definitely going to be more of them. Whereas the skellies just don't seem to... I mean, they should be fine, but I'd win the trial run this morning that I did. It just didn't... They didn't stay up very long. They're probably still better. I don't know. I'll do skellies again, try it out. Maybe the ordering of the gearing impacts it. Probably not. And I also have to kill hellhounds, so I guess I have to do Embergrounds. So we'll give it a go. We'll jump into it and see what happens. I need to pick up this straight away, and then I need to restart because it's not bloody golems. But that's okay. We jump back in here and hope for golems this time. And we did not get it, so that's another quick restart, unfortunately. And again, orbs, tempting, but not for an Embergrounds level. I need to get 3 million damage on the first level there with the orbs, and they are a summon, so like I would be tempted. There we go. Very good. And where are our skellies? There's one. Very good. Cool. So this is the start of the run, and obviously we've got to somehow try and survive for 28 minutes minimum. We've got 66% more damage with our summons with that alone, which is good, I think. Go for some attack speed bonus. And we also probably want to start speccing into crit and stuff. Out of all of these, I love a bit of move speed. This build is going to be hard at breaking open barrels. My second ability that I would like to pick up, that wouldn't be an enhancement of the Stone Golem, which I'll be trying to get obviously, so I'll obviously pick up a bunch of XP before I even consider picking up another ability. I wouldn't mind getting orbs, purely for the sake of opening crates and stuff with them. But I definitely needed the first one to be Golem, so that's how that works. I definitely need some damage. Why didn't that break them? Looked like it went through it. Bit of damage, that's okay. Okay, 40% pickup radius, that will help, I'm sure, as we get into this run. So yeah, great game. I gotta say that. It's a simple one, as all Bullet Heavens are. I don't want minus duration for the rest of my summons. So I will try and ignore that one for now. Out of these other ones, I guess duration. We'll try and scale duration up a bit for the sake of these skellies, which should scale like that. This one I'm more okay with taking. See, neither of these do anything for my current build, but I probably need to take them to start getting the reduced health ones, which I need to get. Hopefully there's no piece of equipment I need to get my life down to 250, because that does seem very low. But I'm guessing it's just a few of them. You just have to stack it a bit. I'll take 10% duration for summons, because that probably helps. Got 3 skellies at the moment. I would love to get all 5 of those out. We gotta start taking golem stuff. If I have any chance of getting that upgraded at the next ability pickup, I would love to. Open these crates with your skellies, please. No, you don't do damage to crates. Fair enough. And I'm hoping... I don't even remember. I know one of the things makes the golem do fire damage. That might be alright, but burn is honestly useless. It'd be alright if I still had the blessings for fire damage, I suppose. Which I took off, forgetting that golem could scale that way. Shouldn't be an issue. Let's just scale the hell out of duration, get more skellies, hopefully. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That might jeopardize the run. Needed to be 28 minutes, and I think I won't get that now. Alright, so let's just ignore that challenge then. Turn that back on, I suppose. We'll try and do the rest of it with casting our main hands thing. It will be easier to do single focus, so we'll just ignore what has happened so far. It's fine. There we go. We want that. Want reduced life as much as we can get. Thank you very much. Couple more of those and we might be getting close to what we need to be. I guess range. Bloodletting 2, very good. Roll duration is probably what I need to pick up there. Got attack speed. Annoyingly enough, this makes my gloves worthless now. So hopefully I get the chance of picking up better gloves when I get an item reward. 20% main ham damage. Yeah, I mean, out of those choices, that's the best option. Good stuff to have. Multi-hit, definitely. Man, if that can work on the summon, the Skelly summon, that'd be great. 10% chance at 2 every 15 seconds. And up to a 20% chance once I get multi-hit 2. If I get multi-hit 2. I will go for damage here. Man, I'm never going to be taking this bloody XP amulet off. Like, I don't see that as ever being worthwhile. 10% damage for all summons. Works for me. Absolutely. It's a bit of a weak node though, considering you can just get 10% global damage. Gotta build up that attack speed buff again. Maybe duration. I don't see the effect of it. I don't see my skelly stacking up much, but that's gotta be how you do it, right? It'll make the golems roll duration longer too, surely. I'm giving the devs a bit of credit here. For hopefully that's how they've done it. I know, like the minus health thing, or the minus minion health thing, I think that was a stat previously, but it never actually did anything. So I'm a bit worried that some of this other stuff might not actually function. But I don't mean any disrespect for that. I'm cautious. Because I'm not quite sure they're aware of what's happening in the game so much. You know, is what it is. We'll go for the golem thing, and I think we might need one more golem thing before we can potentially start picking up more abilities and getting an enhanced version. Maybe I've only seen one of the golems in possible enhanced versions so far. I will go for that, I think. Attack and move speed for all of my summons, don't mind if I do. 15% projectiles, sure. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. Man, I cannot afford to take many hits with this little life ball. I still need less life too for like a 5-minute period of time. Considering I'm struggling with my main, with even using my main hand, it's a bit sketchy. That was just another email, by the way. I'll have to check that later, and I don't even know if that came through, but it probably did come through to the video. Considering how I've got my audio set up on this 2 PC system. I'll go for attack speed. Maggie? Oh, I didn't mean to pick this up. Bugger. And none of these choices are the best for me. Bugger. I guess an unupgraded one of any of these ain't great, which is probably a good thing. Go for that. That's so annoying you can't decide not to take it. Just like ignore the options. Or give us a reroll for those, please, because that's like build or game defining, I suppose. Like it can make or break a run for specific challenges, which is like pretty core to this game's function, like what you're doing until you max out, which once you max out, like sure, it'd be nice to go and play your favorite builds then, but you're not going to get much out of it, so then I don't know if there's much longevity in that regard. But getting to 100% is kind of the core focus, I think, in this game. Thankfully, they'll add more content as they go along this early access game phase, which will help in a lot of regards. Maybe the lightning thing was a bad choice, but fire would have just given me fire affinity anyway, which wouldn't have helped, so either way, that was going to be a bad time. circle soon, and that's going to be very dangerous, yeah. Yep, bugger. Already lost my revive. Doesn't matter so much though, because I'm not trying to kill a lord. Although I still need more lord kills. It's not... No. Game over. Terrible run. Warlock is hard to build around. But I do get some useful information here. Main hand did so much more damage than anything else. This is going to be tough. Crazy that that did so much more electrify damage overall too, with no upgrades. Electrify is just that strong. It did twice the base damage of its hits. I gotta reevaluate what I'm doing here. Because that is just so much more impactful, and it's not even that good. That's the crazy thing. What's the strat here? Maybe I have to just not do it on Amber, because that's a much harder area, really. I don't think Skelly's the play. And I don't know if that's the play. Duration didn't seem to do much. So I might go Rat. And honestly, base attack. If that made the rats do damage, that'd actually be really nice. But I might do this. Now, hopefully the rats don't count as summons, even though it summons a rat. But I need to have 5 imps out, preferably. We'll just see how this feels. I don't expect much from this run. And again, I'm going to do this because I'm just a bloody idiot. And hopefully get a golem straight up, which we don't. Should I try and make this run work anyway? I don't know, turn that off for starters. Actually, we'll start a new run, simply because that ruins the few seconds there of having to get 28 minutes without it. But maybe the imps will carry. I don't know. Summon golem, beautiful, straight up. So rats are going out. We got 4 rats up. Does that limit the amount of... No, okay, cool. So we can still have lots of imps out by the look of it. We're not capping it out by any regard, but that's fine. I wish I knew if that scaled minions area and size or whatever. It probably doesn't. Yeah, rats are so good. They're applying all of the different debuffs, so that's amazing. Slow, fragility, dealing less damage, I presume. See, I don't even know if that works very well. It should affect duration of abilities and or summonings, but not effects. We'll go damage here for sure. We need to up the damage of all of these abilities as much as possible. Bloodletting also, yes. I will be taking that straight away. I don't need main hand things for that to appear, which is great to know. We need to just get as many golem upgrades as we possibly can to make that maybe half decent. Because it is not at the moment. Also, every bit of 10% damage probably worthwhile picking up over anything else. Because that should work. 117 on the imp hits. If I can get another one, I'll just make sure that that works, but it should. I would be very surprised if global damage didn't affect bloody imp damage. Don't want main hand stuff. I will take duration, because in theory that should work. Let's just test. Yeah, so that's definitely affecting it. So that's great. Those gloves, very core for this setup then. Good kills. Crit chance multi, sure. Even just using the 10% crit chance might be better than the rats here. Because rats are good, but 10% crit chance on the stone golem would be very nice. For these, maybe I go defenses. When you have such a small life pool, that damage mitigation will be pretty impactful, I feel. But the move speed was tempting, and maybe the choice, now that I look at how quick these imps are chasing me down. We'll start working our way up towards one of these abilities, I guess. Because it's going to be tough surviving regardless if I stand around. Hopefully Golem can take care of that, but one hit, it's done nothing to his life, so this is going to be rough. I don't know if those imps are any better than skellies, to be honest. They're barely sustaining 3, so it's embarrassing. Go move speed here. Okay, we're doing some damage to it now. Get in there, rat. Apply some debuffs to the elite, please. I'd really like it if you did. So you're gonna have 5 rats out at a time, I guess. Possibly more. Back speed. Some of this XP and hopefully not die. Oh, that was close. Go duration. If it's gonna help me, hopefully it will. That challenge was definitely max life, because I could get down to 250 for 5 minutes easily. But I'm pretty sure it was max life, which changes things up a fair bit. What's that put me at? 28% reduced damage taken. Nice. Just need more damage. I think the skellies are better than the imps, by the way, so maybe I'll swap back to that. But I don't mind the rats. Because I'm guessing the skellies won't have crit chance anyway, so having the crit ring on, whilst it would be good for the golem, won't be good for the skellies, so... damage... It's the main weapon damage that gives you, that's so annoying. I still have to do it. Attack speed would have been so much nicer, but I need to get down to 250 life for 5 minutes, and then I can start picking up life again. Surviving once that next boss spawns in, though, is going to be very tricky with the other one still up. This could become very problematic very quickly. Focus on the elite. The minions really need better AI, just to target the strongest mobs on the screen, preferably. Or at very least the ones closest to you, which they just don't. Like the golems just randomly attacking shit. I think most of them kind of focus on trying to get close to you, but the golem is just weirdly inconsistent in that regard. I really need more bloody golem traits so that I can get the enhanced version of it. 10% damage, yes please. Please and thank you. If I can get them to a point of one-hitting shit, I'll be in a much better spot. But that's probably a long way away, so... or inachievable, more likely. Roll duration or crit chance and damage, absolutely. Hopefully we got that boss down before the next one spawned, but it probably won't be long until the next one spawns. And boy is that going to be messy. Got attack speed here, for sure, easy choice. If that's actually doing anything for me. I don't know if these minions scale with attack speed. They should. Like, surely the stone golem does its attacks faster when you've got more attack speed. Otherwise, I need to change my helmet, because it's going to do nothing for me. Actually, are the kills even counting for that? It should. Bloody oath it should. But I don't know if it is. We go for area, I guess. None of these other things are doing much for me. Or anything. So area might. Okay, their kills definitely count. Good. I was worried there for a second. Because yeah, summons should definitely count as you for kill credit. I would have been shocked if they didn't. I'm certainly worried about trying to make this run work without using my main hand weapon. With the summon focused rest of the build. Like if I had other shit going on like lightning strike and spec the hell into that, I wouldn't need my main hand. Because that shit just pops off once you spec into it and it's all coming together. That does little damage. Okay, so running through that, perfectly fine. Best not to get trapped in the circle. I need way more damage output. Golem ain't doing shit for me. Even when he does his roll, he's not that good. I'm gonna pick that up. I think I'll go transfixion. Okay, so that fires where I aim. Good to know. I don't want to spec into this, but it is applying some fragility and also a little bit of damage will help and go a long way. Let's get some life back. Also, it allows me to break pots, which is crucial to surviving. And I couldn't do that previously. And I'm gonna be dead very soon. Look at this. Okay, so the next round attempt, I might use my main hand weapon. And then see what happens. And do a separate run for no main hand eventually. Because it's just no good that I'm not getting any benefit from all of the bloodletting for starters. In fact, I might even just turn it on mid-run here. Because I ain't gonna survive if I don't do that. This might still work. I shouldn't have picked that up yet, but it's fine. Let's just see if I can make this run work. I only need to last 5 minutes when I get to 250 life. That's the priority here now. I don't even remember if I have a revive left, but if I do, that'll be good. Taking a bit of damage there, still alive. Gonna take a bit more there, still alive. Get some of that XP, probably get a level out of that. Yep. Multi-hit. Nah, minion attacking move speed. That seems quite impactful. Multi-hit also very impactful, but, you know. Can't have it all. Guess we can have it all now. Can I get another bloodletting, please? That's kind of crucial. Sooner I get that, I might still need 2. Might need bloodletting 5. I don't know. Don't know yet. But they're not going to give it to me, unfortunately. .240, beautiful. 5 minutes from now. So, down to like 14 minutes or whatever. Let's go. I would prefer that, but I think I'm going to go for this. Because that should allow for an upgraded one, which I'm not going to get. Because I'm not lucky in those regards, I guess. But I'm going to get Meteor. And I will go that because speed of attacks is amazing. And I've probably got enough duration that it's just fine anyway. Go for golem stuff, sure. I still want to get my golem to do a decent chunk of damage if I can. At least 1.5 mil, so I get that unlock. Go move speed here. Probably go damage. Multi-hit. Be cool if one of the enhanced golems was actually 2 golems, like you got an extra one. That might help make it somewhat possible, because it's bad. It's bloody horrible. Why are orb summons? Like, that's such a strange thing for them to be. It just doesn't help scale them. Like, I don't get it. No gloves. Sad. Out of these options, I guess. Oh no, the health capacity would ruin me, so I can't do that. I will go crit chance, and I'll bag that and swap back to it. Oops, I will bag that and swap back to it. That, I'm glad I didn't pick up that chest by accident though, because that would have ruined the 5-minute marker. Would have to reset it. And survive even longer on this shitty build. Crit chance, 25%. So it can crit. I guess. It doesn't even say it can though. You need to update your bloody skill ability there. Okay, so a few minutes left. Survived about a minute with this low life. Guess duration. It's good to have duration. I gotta stop taking bloody damage though. Jesus. And yeah, we'll go crit chance multi on the golem. Why not? That brings it to what? What's it got? 11% chance to crit, but it does a decent amount of crit multi, so should try and pick up some chance maybe. Because we need him to do the damage. The rest doesn't matter as much anymore because it seems to be enough to deal with clearing. So yeah, we'll go that for sure. They take an alarming amount of hits. Sure. What is that piercing? 40? Wait, why isn't that higher now? No modifiers, I just picked up 50%! Should be bloody 60 now. I did click the right thing, right? Surely. Whatever. Maybe it wasn't for my main attack, but I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah, crit. As I said, I need the golem to pick its effort up a bit, and that puts it at 22% chance to crit. %, up to 33. Yeah, so it is actually getting a lot of extra from that base that I'm picking up. Double effectiveness, I guess. That's good. I can probably push it to 100 if I'm lucky. Or close to. Ouch. I wish the default attack, the main hand weapon attack, could actually crit with this class. It would make much more sense, because... I don't know, maybe Golem's the only bloody minion that can crit, to be honest. I'm not sure. 15% more attack speed on that, or increased. Additional. You know, whatever the terminology is. In this game, I guess there isn't multiplicative stuff though. There's just kind of base for something scaling and then increased on that. Rather than increased and more, like Path of Exile, and reduced and less. We're getting close, 1 more minute or so, and I should get that challenge done, which is great. I wish I could see how much damage my golem's done so far. Duration, perhaps. That's a lot of defense, which I will go for. Oh shit. Dense. Yeah, nice. Got him. Maybe I should pick up a bit more life, eh? so at least we got one challenge done this run. Whether or not I can get my golem up to doing decent damage, I'm not sure, but maybe. We'll go area and cone. And we didn't get anything of value here, unfortunately. But I guess we'll just go Dragon's Breath. I don't know why. Don't know if that was a decent choice, but it was a choice. We'll go damage. For sure. Still got an ability up here to grab, so I might as well work my way up and then go back down to the other ones there. Oh, this guy could be bloody troublesome. He is at the best of times. Keep my distance and maybe I'll be alright. Actually, keeping a distance from this guy seems like a fine strategy. Ouch. Oh my goodness, that was close. I don't know if I can get away from him enough in time. Ooh, God. Alright, we're doing okay. Unless he dashes us and destroys me in a second. That'll help. That'll help a lot. And he is just about done. Nice. Didn't expect that to go as smoothly as it did. I don't know if any of these... Oh, I guess that, because I'm currently using my bloody main hand weapon anyway. It's possible I'll switch off it at some point, but gonna need something pretty special. No, I didn't even get a golem upgrade, damn it! Got this, I guess. Lightning damage based on movement, speed. Yeah, I suppose I do that. And maybe I try this on and see how they all go, because if this works and the golem actually starts to do some decent damage, that might help. The main thing turning main hand weapon does to help is it stops killing everything with a main hand skill. It gives more of a chance for my golem to get the damage in, regardless of how much it's doing. But it's gonna be rough. Guess a bit more life wouldn't hurt. Come on, golem. Bloody do something, mate. I do have one more ability upgrade down the bottom there, so it's still a chance to get a golem on. I just don't know if I even... I've got one unlocked that makes him do fire damage. I don't know if I've got the second one unlocked, which is probably what you need to do 1.5 million damage with them with to get, maybe. Wasn't paying enough attention. What do you got from this? Okay, this is already looking terrible. But I don't need to complete this run, so I might as well try and just survive. I've got my one challenge, the main one, out of the way. Now I don't need to pick up that bloody cursed shit. Have my life gutted. I forgot I have to bloody aim when I have auto fire off. Pick that up for sure. Ouch. Attack speed. I only have a couple items to retrieve. Now, I think. I've gotten most of them. 52% chance. That's looking pretty solid now. Maybe the base crit chance and stuff previously wasn't functioning the way it should have been. Maybe it still isn't functioning the way it should. I don't know. It just seems a little bit weird sometimes. Crit multi, I understand completely, but crit chance, I thought it was just flat, so I thought that would just give me 5. I know it says base, but the internal scaling on that, like it says it has 5 base. So I mean, it just doesn't make sense that 5% would give me that unless something there gives you the scaling within somehow. Oh, fuck. That doesn't matter too much. I've been using it the entire run, essentially. I guess I can just pick that up and hope, but sadly not get anything of value here. Lightning strikes, I guess, would be decent. That might help me survive a bit more with keeping things away from me, so I'll do that. Because I really don't want lightning strikes to just make the run succeed. Like, I don't need lightning strikes to do deal damage on the Warlock. I specifically need my Golem to be doing most of it. Like, lightning strike probably could have saved this run, to be honest. After leaning into a bit, it becomes just so strong. And wide targeting, like, hits everything. Once you get the attack speed high enough, it's just ridiculous. Base health is the only thing that'll maybe keep me going a bit longer. But yeah, it's annoying how you can't check how much damage something's done, right? Like, it doesn't say damage dealt anywhere. Which is frustrating. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I think Golem's damage could definitely have some improvements made to it. I think these are Hellhounds, but I'm honestly not sure. It's not looking too great. At least we got a bit of gold this run though. That's something. Literally every challenge being completed is a step in the right direction. Gives me a bit more of an XP bonus if nothing else. But a bit of gold, or even better, unlocks. Very good to have. Because I haven't looked into what I'm getting out of each thing to much detail. Like, I know I get traits and stuff here and there, but I don't know what those traits do. I haven't looked. I prefer that to be a surprise. Which is, I think, pretty understandable. Oh, that might be a good area to segue into the Diablo 4 controversy. Especially because it's somewhat relevant for this game, being Diablo 1 influenced. Yeah, D4. It's a bit of a mess. I don't expect to buy it or play it at this point in time. I just can't bring myself to do that. The way they've handled it and some of the choices I've made for the gameplay, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, the map overlay is I know it seems like such a small thing to so many people, I'm sure, but like that's just been a staple for the genre. Like, they introduced it, I'm fairly sure. The tab map overlay, which you can keep up while you play through each zone and stuff. They've made it so you can't interact with things while you've got that up now, and it's way more opaque and you can't really see the game under it. You kinda can, but you can't do anything. You can't continue mapping while it's up. and nor would you with its current opacity and thing. Like, it's essentially just bringing out the map in its current state, and that's not good. I'm sure they thought they were doing the right thing and increasing immersion without having the map overlay up all the time, but that's a valuable part of the genre. It's what a lot of people have come to terms with, and especially when those games get to the end game and when they get so intense, you need it to know what the hell's happening. You need to see the map because you can't actually see everything in game. There's usually too many effects, too many mobs doing shit, especially in PoE. But also D3 was like that. I'm fairly sure, in D2 probably. I never really played it, so I don't know about D2. But D3 is certainly a bit crazy in the lower levels and stuff, although I haven't really played that since close to launch either, because that became pretty messy. Which is why I don't have that much over D4. In theory, it could be good, but those design choices and the way that they've launched it with this early access stuff for so many content creators is just weird. I just don't know. I know a bunch of my mates are going to be playing it, and I'm sure it'll still be a decent time. Like, I'm not saying it won't be. I just don't think it's going to have longevity. I don't think it's going to be the next big ARPG. I don't think it'll be that impactful for anyone that... Like, I don't think people are going to move over to it from playing Path of Exile. I think Path of Exile's community base is still going to be there, at least the ones that haven't rage quit from the game design choices up till now. I know a lot of people in softcore did, but with the Arcanum stuff or whatever, like, I don't know. But yeah, I don't think D4 is going to take anyone away. You know, I don't think it's a strong enough game for that, and I don't think they've made the right choices for it to make that happen. And I don't think that was their intention. I don't think they even wanted to try. That's why D4 is quite a substantially different game. It's almost like a Lost Ark type hybrid with a bit of other stuff going on. I shouldn't have just clicked there. That lowers my damage for a little bit. We're back up to full strength now anyway, so it's fine. That creature has a global actually, so maybe I should just start picking up that. Increase the run's chance of success. But let's just check. Yeah, 78%. Okay, so Golem should be doing decent damage. I don't know if it is, but he should be. God, this is crazy though. I'm probably gonna die. Or at least come close to it. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to have a one-sided conversation on this topic. It'd be better to go back and forth with someone, I guess. But because there are points to be... There are pros to some of the decisions they've made that I would say are overall negatives, but they do have some benefit behind them, mostly for Blizzard as a company, and not so much for the game itself. But they do exist. And they've went back on their decision to make, I mean, by the time this video's out, I'm not sure how relevant all this will be, but they have gone back on their decision of letting the early access content creators compete in the level 100 hardcore race, which is good. Like, I think that was a nightmare. But I do think it's rude of them to have done what they've done for the sake of those content creators, and I'm sure most of them understand it, hopefully. But it's definitely a choice. I think it's a step in the right direction, but they should have, as Zizarin mentions, they should have just pushed that level 100 race back to Season 1 launch, which will be in a month or so's time, apparently. There's no point having it. End of the run. There's no point having that race when you are either excluding people or giving people a certain advantage. It should have, in the best case scenario, not have had this review period accessible by all these content creators. Maybe having the review period, because a lot of games do that, is fine. But these are reviewers that shouldn't really play much of the game. The content creators who have had access, the Blizzard partners, these are people that have slammed the game hard and played it for hundreds of hours over the last week and a bit, or their 2 weeks early access to it. So like, I don't know, it's just messy. Don't get hit for 5 minutes. Okay, well that's doable. Obviously I haven't done it, but that's doable. Probably should have gotten both of them at the same time, really, if I knew. Shadow Cloak, cool. Yeah, I mean, if the best case scenario would have just been not to do that and not have so many people have access to it that we're going to play it that hard. You don't need to play the whole game to review it properly. And not for that early access. Once it's fully released, then you can have more of those content creators actually explore it, as everyone else should be. You don't need that in advance. I don't think that's really beneficial for the company, even. I might leave this run here, and stop the video. I had bloody corner of my green screen's popping out there. Like I must push back at some stage. That's fine. But yeah, D4 just a bit messy at the moment, and I hope that it launches well for them, and I hope that it's a good game. I might eventually grab it, pick it up and play it, and if so, you'll probably see some content on it from me. There's going to be plenty of content from everyone else, so no doubt, so there won't be a shortage of it. It's still a AAA title. It's still going to do well. I just don't know if they went the right way about it. I don't feel like I want to play it, basically, is what I'm saying. And that may change after I see my mates in there having fun and whatnot. But it's just, I don't know, it's sour. It's leaving me with a sour taste, this experience, so I'm gonna leave it for now and play it as it goes. Maybe I'll pick it up before Season 1 launch. Although I've just been given a job. I've just accepted an offer for a job that starts next week, so I won't be around to play as much stuff as I have been in the last year of just freelancing. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for joining me for that run. We got at least one challenge done. It's getting a bit harder as I get down to the last 40 or so. Getting a bit harder to get them done. But that'll do for now. Thanks for stopping by. Chuck us a like, subscribe, all that stuff if you feel like it. Or comment. Join the discussion. Let me know how you feel about D4 and all of that. Anyways, I'll catch you all next time. And have a good one. Until then. Cheers.